Hello, fellow pipers. How are you today? It's Friday, and I hope you had a good week. And I'm smoking a tobacco called Blue Chip. And this blend is from Strauss Tobacconist and was gifted me a little while back by Denali Dave B. And my quote of the day is from author unknown. Retirement is like a vacation in Vegas. You want to enjoy it fully, but not so fully that you run out of money. Close quote. It's a very good blend. Very tasty. I'm smoking it in my K-Woody Meerschaum lined pipe that I got a couple months ago on eBay. There you can see some of the Meerschaum. And there's the K-Woody. Of course, it's the billiard shape, I think. Sort of, yeah, I'd call it a billiard. It's a little bit too full to be called an apple. Yeah, it's a billiard. And good smoker. Smoked it 3 or 4 times. The Meerschaum line K-Woodies, they're out there, but they're not overly abundant. Yeah, but they're not scarce, sort of in the middle. If you find one in good shape, buy it. They're they tend to smoke a little cooler because of the Meerschaum line Baldo. And you should try to acquire 1 or 2. This pipe I would, by checking out the stinger and everything, I'm placing that's mid-50s. Not super, super old, like the ones from the 20s and 30s that I'm attracted to, but a nice classic look to it. Having a really good smoke at the moment. This Blue Chip blend is really nice. It's a little complex, believe it or not. This one you can smoke several times a day. It's not too heavy like a full-bodied lot of key or anything. It's I'm trying to narrow down the flavor. I don't want to pigeonhole. I would call it. Somebody out there is going to disagree with me. Maybe a vanilla. I don't know. Whatever it is, it tastes good. And I like the stem on this. It's what they call a stem biter stem, which you can really clench. Some K woodies have very, very delicate stems, by the way, and you have to be real careful. But this is made of the material that's very resilient to clenching. So I imagine most of you are looking forward to the weekend. I tend to be an aggressive puffer, somewhat. I make a conscious effort to slow down, but and I don't detect any tongue bite on this blend. Again, it's called Blue Chip, and it's by Strauss Tobacconist. And I think I'll have another bowl or two before the day is over of this. I was tooling around looking at videos this morning, and I noticed an interesting video or two from 2010. I think it was from the Polish Piper. One of them was, and they did a trip to Boswells, where they let them film that day, and it was an entertaining video, and they showed the second floor and the museum thing, and I think they also did the first floor too, and there are not too many videos of Boswells because I don't think they'll let you film in there anymore, but that's a nice one. The ID's coming up at the bottom of the TV there on the screen. And it was it's like an antique store. It's called the Little House. It's probably for my wife. Coincidentally, my wife is out helping a gal pal set up for a antique show that's coming. So, sounds like she might have stopped at this place and put an order in for something. Good thing I'm checking my time there, but we got a couple minutes though. And Tim, I caught your video uh, about the rant. Uh, I enjoyed it. I know that it's very frustrating dealing with banks, and uh, I empathize greatly with you. Uh, and some bank practices are a little shoddy, to say the least. And in the response, for those of you who are watching and are wondering, my response to his rant video about banks was about cashing checks and the fees. I think it's PNC that has, or they did. I don't know if they still do because I've stopped working since 2008, but I used to do some jobbing around at different hospitals as a respiratory therapist when I wasn't doing my full-time job at the Veterans Hospital. And I used to cash these checks for my per diem work at one of the PNC ATMs. And although they're rather rare, I will say that, there's ones that will cash the check. You need a MasterCard or a bank card, preferably a PNC bank card, but there's machines that will actually cash a check, even down to the change. That's a little trough for the change. And if you can find one, they're very useful. They don't charge you anything, and will cash these checks, I think, up to, I'm tempted to say up to 300, but I think I cash them for more occasionally. But anyway, they're out there, and it's an alternative if your check's not too big to cash them at one of these super ATMs, I call them. And so that's a thought. Well, I think that's all for this pipe pull. And it's coming down to the last minute here. So I'm going to sign off now. Take care of yourself. Be good. And by all means, happy smoking.